beginner bass riffs. Today's metal bass riff is going to be Iron Maiden's Wasted Years. Now, if you haven't heard the song, you got to listen to it. It's one of my favorites of Iron Maiden's. I've got lots of favorites, but this one really stands up, and it kind of went mainstream. You know, it wasn't, you know, too metally sounding, but it was. It's definitely a great song to listen to. Just a great, you know, just a great idea. So that's Wasted Years. So if you're new here, I'm Donald with the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwanttoPlayBass.com. Jump over there, subscribe, become a member for free, and sign up when you're serious about reaching your bass playing goals. And this is I Want to Play Bass, your YouTube channel, everything bass guitar tips, lessons, gear reviews, and all that good stuff. So definitely subscribe here, hit that bell notification, get in a loop, and don't miss a beat. All right, so let's get on with it. We have Steve Harris is just a phenomenal bassist, and I'm going to break out the Music Man for this. He plays most of the time the Fender P bass on almost all these recordings, and the way he plays, you would think that he's really hammering down on those strings, but he's not. He's pretty finesse about it, and you have to be. You can't be all tense and tightened up, which, you know, a lot of metal bassists out there do it that way, and that's how they deliver their that's their delivery, and that's cool. But it's kind of restricts you a little bit when you're all tensed up like that. It's just, you're kind of limited to what you can do. But I guess if you force through it enough and night after night, then you'll get better at it as anything. But it might not be benefit you down the road. It might be kind of physically damaging to you in certain ways. So, you know, you want to be relaxed as much as possible when you're doing it. You can focus a little better. You can just take everything in a little better, and it'll just help you, you know, go longer. You got a 4-hour set to play, or 4 hours of playing, then it just helps you go longer. You can go longer, being a little relaxed. If you're tensed up that whole time, you're going to be exhausted, and you always will be exhausted anyway at the end of the night. But you're going to be even more exhausted. So, anyways, let's get into the bass riffs. Now, I broke the song down, the beginning, the intro, and stuff like that down in this video, so check that out. I'm not going to dig into that. I don't want to keep you all day long breaking this down. I'm just going to give you the licks over the solo, the riffs over the solo, which are so cool, and they're almost, a couple of them are kind of hard to figure out at first, but you can probably get them on down the road. But I'm here to help you make that easier for you. Okay, so the first lick, we're going into the solo, is just they start hammering on the C, and then they go into the solo, and he just goes up to the octave D, back to D, and then he just does right. So that lick right there, that's an easy lick. It's just D to E, and just pedal it out, and then slide back to the D, and then he just does a G to A to C. So that's going to sound like this. Okay, so that's the first lick. Second lick, you're on the C, you come to the D to the E. So that's the second lick, and that's just going to be G, G, A, G, E to A. Okay, so, and then we do that G to A again. Okay, so that's the second lick. Now this third lick is probably my favorite. It you come in from the C to the, you go to D to E again, pretty cool, huh? But Steve Harris was just notorious for that particular, those licks, the 5, the octave, the root. That's actually pulling the 4th in it, but he knew how to work that kind of pattern right there. He's all over the place. He utilized that just phenomenally. I mean, just took it in different different phrasings and stuff like that that just made that's in a lot of his songs. It just made it so cool. So, you know, just take something and run with it, you know, and that was what he did. He just took it and he just mastered it and just expanded on it and everything else, which just a great bassist. I love his stuff. Years ago was a huge Iron Maiden fan, so if you want to know any other Iron Maiden songs, leave me a comment down below. I'll be glad to break them down for you. It'd be my pleasure. I love doing this. So that lick again is just going to be, he's sliding from the A, but real quick, you're not going to really focus on that A at all. You really just focus on the B to E. B, B, E, B, A, F sharp, A, B. Okay, so B, E, B, A, F sharp, A, B, E, B, A. Okay, so B, E, B, A, F sharp, A, B, E, B, A, F sharp, A, B, A. B, A to the F sharp, okay? And then back to the D. And then the little G to A move. So fourth lick and the last lick is D to E. And then G to A. And that's all he's doing on that one. It's just D to E. Just pedaling on the E like the very first lick, but then he goes to the A. Okay, so hopefully you got those down. Let me run through it real quick for you. Just that solo section. Build on the C. Goes into the chorus, and like I said, if you want to hear the rest of it, the breakdown is in this video here along with another video. You can enjoy that as well, and hope you got some value out of this. If you did, help me help you. Hit that like button, and I'll catch y'all on the flip-flop in the next video. So bye for now, and just remember that and take yours and run with it. Take your idea, run with it. All right, bye now.